Lovely. Hey everybody, it's Ian the Off Kilter Crafter. I hope you're having a great day today. We have finished out 2023 and on to 2024. Lots of good things to come in 2024, and I hope you're just as excited as I am for all the possibilities out there and projects that I have stashed up, as I know many of you have as well. Hopefully we can get through a lot of those projects here in 2024, but let's take a look back at December of 2023 and all the projects that I worked on and completed in December. Starting off with a little bit of a disappointment, both of the quilts that I had entered into QuiltCon were rejected. I can now officially label myself as an official QuiltCon reject because Rainbow Vortex and this is Bananas quilt both ended up getting rejected from QuiltCon. So unfortunately, I will not see my quilts hanging in QuiltCon when I'm there this year in February, but I at least tried, and who knows, maybe next year they'll want to accept at least one of those quilts, because sometimes when you enter a quilt in one year and it gets rejected, it will get accepted the next. So who knows what the future will bring, and maybe in 2025, Rainbow Vortex will make it into QuiltCon. With that being said though, I am super excited to enter Vortex into other quilt shows. I've started making a list of quilt shows in 2024 that I'm going to be entering using that quilt. So hopefully it will be coming to a show near you, and you never know where it just might pop up at. I do need to get it finished though, because I do have to hand sew the back of it since it is a faced quilt, which basically means the front wraps around to the back, and now I need to hand stitch the back of that together. And you know how much I love hand sewing, but I need to get that done and ready to go because I do have a show coming up in, let's see, March that I want to get it into. So I need to wrap all that up, get the sleeve on it, get the label on it, all that kind of stuff. So that way I can enter it into that show. Now, if you've been paying attention to social media, you know that the Hemingway pouch has been taking social media by storm. Everybody has been making the Hemingway pouch, including myself. I have been working on creating some Hemingway pouches. I've created, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I've created 4 so far. And they are a lot of fun to make. I love making them, and they have so many practical uses for them. So I've made this one. This one is the medium, I believe. And then the first one that I made was the big one. This is go big or go home, right? I made the very biggest one that you can make, and it's fun because the top portion, you kind of cut it at a diagonal, so there's a leftover piece, and I actually took that leftover piece and I made a little pencil or tool pouch. So this one actually was a twofer because I got the pencil or tool pouch out of the first one that I made, but lots of fun making these. It is a very unique design and super easy to put together, to be honest. Love how this came out, and I see myself making a whole lot more of these. Lots of fun, and yeah. Hemingway pouch, definitely if you are never made a bag or want an easy, simple bag pattern, check it out on Etsy. I'll put a link to the Etsy shop. That's the word I was looking for. I'll put a link to the Etsy shop down in the description of this video, so that way you can purchase the pattern. It is super easy and a great quick sew, and your friends are going to think you are magic because it goes together so easily, but it looks so good. Now, if you tuned into Becca's channel last month in November, she and I worked on a 4-patch challenge. I'll go ahead and put a link to that down in the description below and up in the iCards. Are over here, I think. Anyways, it'll be in the iCards as well. Check out that video first, and then you can see the quilt that I was working on using the 4 patches. And then I brought that quilt home with me and started working on finishing it out. It looks great. I love what I did with this quilt. The mixture of the bright colors with the black grunge was such a great choice, and I love how it's coming out. And then framing it in that black grunge as well worked absolutely perfectly. If you had been following along with the saga, I didn't quite have enough of that fabric for the sashing, and so I had to get a little bit more of it. In fact, I couldn't find it because it was out of print. And then somebody reached out and said that they had it and that they were going to be sending it to me. So thank you to you know who you are. Thank you for helping me finish that quilt out. I'm so excited for it to be put together and get it ready to be quilted. In fact, it's ready to go. The top is done. It looks beautiful, but now I need to get it over to my quilter so that way she can quilt it up for me. And yeah, I love it. It's great. And I can't wait to send it to its home. I have somebody that I have in mind for it, and I can't wait to send it to them. I also worked on finishing the Piazza quilt, which is the one that you see behind me. I finished putting on the binding and label for that quilt, so it is now officially completed and done. It is the Puzzle Mystery Quilt Piazza. I love this quilt. I think this is my absolute favorite quilt that I've ever done from the Puzzle Mystery Quilt. The blues are beautiful, the pattern is stunning, and it all just works out so well together. So this quilt is done, and I am now ready to wash it and love it, and oh, it's just so beautiful. Also, as I was working to put that quilt together, I made a video tutorial on glue basting your binding. That video will be available on my channel for everyone, and you can check out how I like to do my quilt binding using glue basting. It is the method that I prefer, and it is a method that you can use to enter quilt shows with. That's right, quilt shows don't have to just use hand stitching for the binding. You can actually use a machine to do it through and through, and I show you exactly how I do it in a video about glue basting your binding. The very last thing that I worked on for 2023 was what I like to call my Hot Mess Express. This is a whole bunch of fabric that was left over from the Mad Hatter's Tea Party quilt. I put it together and just started making random blocks using different methods, different patterns, improv, you guess it. There is a hot mess of all kinds of fabrics, patterns, styles, everything. Love how it came out, and it's a good lap size quilt that I will be sending to my quilter soon enough, and she can have her way with it however she wants to work on it. Love how it came out. I probably will not be keeping this quilt. I haven't quite decided what I want to do with it yet, but I don't think I will be keeping it, but it is very bright and colorful, and yeah, I can't wait to see what the quilting does to it as well. But that will be later on and hopefully sometime in 2024. Also in December, I unboxed the Gravity Quilt Kit from Threaded Lines. I am so excited to be working on this quilt kit. I have seen this quilt before in past and am super excited to be working on it now. And if you want to get in on the party, you can do so. Check out the video link down in the description of this video to check out everything that's included in that quilt kit. And if you want to take part, make sure to check that out and take part as well. It is going to be a lot of fun, and I'm just so excited to work on that one. I love the rainbow colors, the way it fades out into gray. A lot of fun, cool things with that quilt kit. So I'm going to be working on that, but it's going to take me the full year, just like everybody else, to get working on that. It's going to be a lot, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to put that into my rotation of projects. So that's about all I can think of that I got done for the month of December. It was a little bit of a slower month, but that's because of all the holidays and all that kind of stuff. So it kind of slowed me down a little bit. But I did get some really fun projects done. Those Hemingway pouches are just a blast to make. Can't wait to keep working on those with some scrap fabric and other fabrics that I have laying around. Great for clearing out some fabrics that you don't really know what to do with. And I've even been able to make some postcards using some leftover fabric from that project as well. So a great way to make a cool bag, use up some scraps, and then create some postcards with the leftover materials. So it's a win-win. I can't wait to see what other projects I get up to in 2024, and I hope you will join me along the journey as well. I am so excited to see what all is going to be happening, especially in February, as I make my way to QuiltCon and get to see Becca and Tiffany as well. It's going to be a blast. So Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to 2024. Let's make it a great year. And I hope you will stick along the journey with me as well as we find out what in the world I'm going to be up to in 2024. Thanks for watching the video today. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, hit that button down below to subscribe to my channel and get more content just like this every month. It is a lot of fun, and I hope you will join me for that journey as well. And remember, guys, normal is just a setting on the dryer. Bye.